long break. I think I've been gone for about 3 weeks from our live channel, maybe a full month from our live channel. It's kind of crazy, but I went on summer vacation. I went to Iceland, then I went to the Oregon coast. It was really lovely. It was nice to have some time off, but I really missed coming on here and hanging out with you guys, chit-chatting about different topics. I got new glasses. I'm trying to think of anything I can update you guys on while folks join the live. But honestly, I just had a good time. I relaxed. I didn't do any work, which is really weird because of most vacations I'll still take my computer and do work, but it didn't make sense to bring my computer to Iceland with me to do work while on vacation. So took a nice long break, but I'm back and I'm really excited. Today's topic was actually picked out by Instagram, so thank you to everyone who chimed in and helped pick out this topic. It was a really, really close tie. It was just like constantly going back and forth between this topic, lymphatic acne, and another topic, which was skin barrier and acne. So I'm not gonna leave skin barrier off because it almost won the vote. So we will do that one, not next week, but the week after. Next week, I have a special guest on the live. So next week is gonna be a different topic. I'll let you guys learn about it a little more next week. But the week after that, we will jump into skin barrier and acne. Make sure you subscribe to our SMS alerts, our text alerts, because that's a really great way to know when we go live. So without further ado, welcome everyone. I see we've had quite a few folks join, so let's just jump into it. So a couple of weeks ago, I did a lymphatic drainage massage tutorial for you guys. And so that was kind of more of the hands-on version of this topic. I really showed you how to use the ANMA for lymphatic drainage. And if you'd like to go back and watch that tutorial, I tried to make it in really real time so you can sit and you can do it with me at the same time. So that video is on our live videos tab if you scroll down, or if you don't see it or you don't want to do that because that's kind of a pain in the butt, just shoot a message to our estheticians on our live chat. There's a little icon in the bottom of our website. You can click on that, be immediately connected to our live chat as long as it's during business hours, and they will send you the link for the tutorial for the lymphatic drainage massage. Today I'm going to go over a little bit of technique, but I'm mostly just going to really get into how do you know if you have lymphatic acne, how does it show up in the skin, what are some signs of it, and also what to do about it. So without further ado, let's get into it. So today's topic is lymphatic acne. So most likely, if you have acne, lymphatic acne is not going to be, or lymphatic drainage is not going to be the only reason that you have acne. I like to talk to my clients about lymphatic drainage and acne because it is most likely an underlying factor to your acne among a variety of different things that could be contributing to it. It is really, really common to have a slow lymphatic system or a blocked lymphatic system, especially if you've undergone a surgery anytime in the last couple of years, even years, I know, which is crazy, or if you have had an injury that you've been nursing. There's different variety of reasons. But before we get to that, let me rewind. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's go to what is the lymphatic system. So the lymphatic system runs throughout our entire body, and it is largely a waste disposal system. So the lymph fluid that is moving through our body is helping to transport waste out to be removed. It's also moving around in our immune system, so it's helping to transport those different soldiers to different areas as needed to help fight inflammation, damage, bacteria, viruses, and then just dead cells that no longer have a purpose that need to be removed from your body. So the lymph system works hard to keep our bodies really functioning. It's very important. And a lot of people don't realize that the lymphatic system is a key part of your skin's immune system. Yes, your skin has its own immune system, and it relies on the lymph nodes and lymphatic system to transport messages, transport those little soldier cells. They're going to go in and fight inflammation, fight off bacteria and infection. It is really important to have a strongly functioning lymphatic system to have a healthy skin immune system. So let's dig into some signs that maybe your lymphatic system is moving a little slow. So some kind of general topics could be that you could have brain fog, you could feel fatigued all the time, also very prone to bloating and swelling. And you might also physically feel that your lymph nodes are swollen. You have lymph nodes back here behind your ears that get swollen. And you can also have swollen lymph nodes that you can feel right under your armpits as well. And so they can be a little tender to the touch. That could be a sign that they're a little swollen. And also major signs is if you have had an injury. So I know some of you know if you've had surgery or an injury, you're often recommended to go to a massage therapist to get manual lymphatic drainage massage done. And that's where they manually go over your whole body and get that lymph flowing, because it is just so common to get blockages and get areas of the body that are experiencing that chronic inflammation from the low lymphatic drainage. Lymphatic drainage is part of fighting off inflammation, but if your lymphatic drainage is not moving well enough, those inflammation signalers actually won't move on and get released from that area, and then you can have like a tight bunch of chronic inflammation in an area. So that's one reason why you always see that manual lymph drainage recommended after surgery or an injury to the body. It's just an important thing. So this can also be happening to your face and to your skin, especially for those of us who have acne. So when we don't have proper lymphatic drainage going on, bacteria is not moving well enough, we're getting a stagnation of lymph. And the way that it shows up is, I know this is unfortunate, but it is actually very similar to the way hormonal acne shows up. It's going to be along your jawline. It can be a little bit in this area as well because there's lymphatic drainage coming through here, through the sinuses. But usually the most breakouts are going to be around the lymph nodes and kind of the major lymph highways. So that's going to be around here and also around your ears. So what I commonly see is people who have acne right here on top of their lymph node. That can be very specifically taken to or happening because of lymphatic drainage issues. So if you've ever experienced that where you just feel like you just keep breaking out in the same place and it's around the ears, maybe right here over that lymph node, that can be a sign that you need some more lymphatic drainage. And you can get lymphatic drainage boosted in quite a few ways. There's many different tools that you can use. So let's go over a few of those. So the first one is exercise. And you guys always hear me talking about exercise because it's great for hormonal acne. It's great for really anything that's contributing to your acne, it's going to help with. So getting that exercise in, studies have shown a 2 to 3 time increase in lymphatic movement during and after exercise, immediately after exercise. So making sure you're getting that movement in. I like to encourage people, if you don't have a regular daily or weekly exercise routine, just start with a brisk 20-minute walk. Let that be your gateway drug to moving your body. Get outside. You can just set your timer for 20 minutes and just get out there and try to walk at a pace that's a little bit faster than your regular walking pace. Do that for 20 minutes every day as your gateway drug to working out, and you'll get this increase in like euphoria and happiness afterwards. Your brain will feel clearer. You're going to feel better. It's like once you start doing it, you'll feel better, and then it'll encourage you to go for longer. So you could do a 30-minute walk, or maybe you do a 20-minute walk one day and you start extending a walk every other day and just increase from there, because that can be really important for your entire body health, your hormone health, but then also that lymphatic drainage. I see a question, so let's grab it real quick before we continue. Amanda, hello. She says, this is super helpful. I'm so glad. Any insight into breakouts primarily on the left side of the face, not where I hold the phone? Oh, that's interesting. So that is most likely the side that you sleep on, would be my best guess. Not changing your pillowcase can actually be a huge acne culprit. So make sure that you are washing your pillowcase at least every few days. There's this pillowcase on Amazon, and gosh, I'll give the link to customer service if you reach out to customer service for it. There's this pillowcase on Amazon that someone made that literally has 7 layers to it that you peel back and fold over every single day. So on Sundays, you wash this one pillowcase and then you have 7 layers to flip and tuck in. It's such a genius little product, but it means you're always sleeping on a clean pillowcase. That's just so important. But also, even if you don't hold your phone to that side, a lot of us have tendencies to sit and put our hands on our face. I know for me, I'm always sitting like this, and I swear it is causing for me, it causes congestion on my chin because I just tend to sit and touch my face. It's a terrible habit. But those could be contributing factors. Okay, so let's jump back in. Where was I? I'm looking at my notes here. Okay, so another note about breakouts that are occurring. Oh, I guess we already got that. We already got the breakouts that are occurring here. Breakouts that tend to pop up in the same place over and over again and regularly, that's lymphatic drainage breakouts. But let's get back to ways to encourage that lymphatic flow to get a little faster, to continue going. My second tip is water. I know that everyone everywhere is telling you to drink more water, but it really is so key to skin health, to hormonal health, and to your lymph drainage. If you are chronically dehydrated, your lymph does not have enough liquid to move. It's thicker, it's a little sludgier, it's just not able to do what it needs to do. And also, water helps aid our detox system. So it helps with your liver health, it helps with hormonal health. It's just really important. So drink more water, add some electrolytes to it if you can. Electrolytes are nice because it means that you're getting those essential minerals, and that's also important for our bodies. Our bodies are mostly water, but it's not plain water. It's like saline solution. It's like mineral water. So that's what we need. So besides that, obviously you can also get what I was speaking about, the manual lymph manipulation. That's the massages where they really go in and they use techniques to mimic how the lymph flows in your body, and they get that movement going. You can do a full body treatment like that. I think it's a really amazing experience if you have not had it done. It's like afterwards you can really, you feel like there's just a change has happened. Something has been stimulated. It feels really interesting. But if you do that, make sure you drink lots of water before and after. Because as your lymph starts going, as you start detoxing, you can get a little detox headache and you'll get a little brain fog. You'll feel a little weird. Just as you are detoxing, the lymph is working and it's doing its job. So just drink lots of water if you go and get a manual lymph massage. And same goes for if you're doing a lymph massage on the face, neck, and chest as well. Make sure you're drinking a lot of water to keep it all moving and happy. So we've covered a lot of topics here. But let's touch on how you can do some lymphatic drainage at home. So I'm really excited about this, you guys. You may have seen us post about these on Instagram. They just launched on the website. These are some really exciting custom tools that we designed ourselves. Gina was the main designer of these, but obviously I had a lot of opinions on these when we were making them. So the first new product to show you guys is the Cryo spoon. So the Cryo spoon, I don't think you guys can see it in the video, but it has the Art of Skincare logo right there on the back, which is really fun. It has the beautiful Art of Skincare sage green. But this tool, so first off, it's actually very cold to the touch without even being in the refrigerator. But the idea for these is that you put them in the refrigerator, there's liquid inside of the metal, you can hear it when you shake it, and it gets really cold and it stays cold. In my experience, it stays cold for as long as I want to be using it. I don't use it for longer than probably 10 minutes, but it stays very cold for that whole time. And it has a very unique shape. So there's a lot of cryo, skincare products out there, but personally I haven't seen one like this. So why is it called a spoon? So it has this little divot, this kind of spoon shape. And when you are running this over your skin, it creates a very, very, very gentle suction. So as you draw it across your face, it almost creates like this very, very light suction, and it helps with moving your lymph along. So this is a really, really nice tool. The way that I like to use it is I start with my pressure points. So this other tip, This is for use on pressure points. And if you go online, you can actually go onto Google, put in pressure points for the face, and you'll see a bunch of different options that just have pictures of the different pressure points. So I have certain pressure points that I like to do, but you can kind of find the ones that you want to use. Usually if your pressure point is a little bit tender, it means that it needs a little love, it needs a little drainage. So for me, that is always on my eyebrows. So when I'm releasing pressure points with this tool, I just start hitting some of these pressure points. You know you've found the pressure point when it is like a little bit tender there. It's hard to describe the sensation, but you kind of know when you've hit it. And then I go to my eyebrows. You've got a pressure point right here at the base of your eyebrow, right at the top of your arch, and then out here to the temple. My glasses are kind of in the way, so that makes it awkward, but those are my pressure points that I like to hit to just start to get lymphatic drainage moving. The temple feels really good. Definitely hard to do with my glasses on. So once you do your pressure points, then you can start doing the spoon swipe. So this is moving lymph along when you do it like this. It's pretty simple with these cryo spoons. I just do outward motions all across the face and then down. So your major lymph nodes, which are like your lymph node hubs, you can think about your lymph nodes are like your hubs where a lot of the activity is going on. Your lymph nodes is where your white blood cells live. So all of the bacteria and viruses, all the nasty stuff that's in our bodies that needs to go out of the body has to go to the lymph nodes because that's where your white blood cells are. That's where a lot of your disposal systems are. So you need to get all this stuff out to your lymph node. There's also a lymph node here, but I like to bring it all the way down and out through my armpit. It just moves it all the way down and out. So anytime you're doing any kind of lymph massage, just outward motions with even pressure. You don't need to dig into the skin in any way. Nice, just even, gentle pressure. And then down to your major lymph node right here at your armpit. It's kind of like a little tender lymph node spot. So you just bring it all down. The nice thing about the cryo spoons that makes them different is the cold aspect. The cold aspect has a nice temporary depuffing. So don't believe the myths you hear. Ice or cold tools cannot permanently depuff your face. It is just a nice temporary benefit. If you're someone who wakes up with really puffy eyes or a puffy face, it's nice because it just can kind of depuff and release that. You could put on your makeup and go about your day. So it's just a really nice temporary solution, but it's also anti-inflammatory. Cold therapy does help with inflammation. So if you have acne, using a cold tool to do your lymphatic drainage is kind of getting a little 2-in-1 action because you're getting the lymph drainage, but you're also getting cold therapy on your breakouts. So speaking of cold therapy, our next tool that we brought in is the Cryo Globe. We couldn't just bring on one icing tool. So this is the Cryo Globe. This one also, you put it in your fridge. I don't think I would recommend putting it in the freezer. It just gets too cold. I think it would stick to your face. It would be uncomfortably cold. Fridge temperatures, these devices in your fridge is plenty cold for the anti-inflammatory and the cryotherapy effects. So keep it in your fridge. This one comes with a really nice little handy, what you call the stand? A stand. And it actually suctions to the shelf in your fridge. And then you just pull this out and put it back in. It's nice, it just keeps it clean. This one, semi-helpful for lymphatic drainage, but what I really love this for is the depuffing and for icing pimples. So I know so many of you who have pimples, you've used ice cubes, you've used those little ice pops, the rubber molds, like the silicone molds. There's so many different things out there, but this is just superior because it is very easy to clean. Just clean it with dish soap, clean it with regular soap. It's very hardy, it's gonna last a long time. And you can use it for icing areas of the face where you have breakouts. So if you have a lot of breakouts across your cheeks, your chin, you can use it to ice it. It has a small side that can be more helpful for some lymphatic drainage. So you could do some lymphatic drainage around the eyes. Hot tip though, put a little bit of your eye cream on the end of this right here, and then massage it into your face. It's so good, especially if you have puffy eyes. It just takes away the puff. It feels amazing, and it's just a really nice way to apply your eye cream when you have extra time. So that's my hack on that. But this is just amazing. It's really gonna replace using ice. Okay, Michelle wants to know, hi Michelle, do you put any skincare before using the Cryo tools? This is a great question, I missed that. So if you are using the Cryo Globe for icing your pimples, you're gonna do this on clean skin. So freshly cleaned skin, do your icing. I don't usually recommend holding it in one place because that can feel cold and uncomfortable. You can just glide over an area, focus on that area, and then move to the next. An option is to pick up 2 of these. So also, I was gonna tell you guys this at the end, but the Cryo tools are now in the Reward Center. You can use your points to get these, which is really exciting. So pick up a couple of these. Same with the spoons. Getting 2 of them is nice because you can do both sides of the face at once. It goes a little bit faster. It's just kind of nice. We're selling them in packs of 1 so that you can just pick up 1 if you want to, but picking up 2 is a game changer. Same with the icing. If you get 2 of these, you can be doing both sides of the face, and you can just be doing really gentle lymph drainage with this as well. It's a little bigger, so it's a little harder to get in focus areas like around the eyes, but that's what the little side is for. So it's just really lovely. I didn't put these in the fridge, so they're not that cold, but you will see when you touch them, even when they are room temperature, they feel colder than the room, and they feel cooling on your skin. So you don't have to keep them in the fridge if you're sensitive to cold and you just want some light, refreshing. Nice. This also has a nice heft to it. You guys will see it's filled with liquid, so it has a very satisfying heft that it's hard to describe without you actually feeling it, but it's really lovely. So back to the question at hand. I keep getting distracted. The Cryo Globe, clean, dry skin, or you could put a little bit of facial oil on your face and then kind of infuse that with this, but this slides over the face just fine without. Same goes with the Cryo spoon. Gina prefers to put a little bit of light facial oil on her face before she goes in with these. She's gonna have some videos coming soon of her using these. But I just use them on clean skin. Like right after the shower, when my skin is still kind of moist from the shower, I just get in there and I do a quick routine. It helps depuff. It feels good. It's nice. It's a nice experience. And then I just quickly wash with the hand soap that I have in my sink, and I set it to dry. So pretty simple routine for me when it comes to these Cryo tools. So yes, they are in Swell now, which is really exciting. And then back to the topic of lymphatic drainage, I have 2 more tools to show you guys. So obviously I can't not mention Anma. This is our OG lymphatic drainage tool. This also helps break up fascia tension, and fascia is another part of the lymphatic system. Fascia is all of this little interstitial bits and bobs that are connecting our fats and our tissues and our skin, and it can get kind of hardened up, and breaking it up and then doing lymphatic drainage can be really helpful for the skin, especially for someone who has a lot of tension and fine lines caused by that tension. So Anma is amazing for that. A lot of people don't realize that the handle is your lymphatic drainage tool. The handle is part of the toolkit that is the Anma. So when you're doing lymphatic drainage, you would hold the skin taut and use the handle. And you can do that all over the face, the forehead, down the neck. This feels so good on the neck. You can really massage the neck with this. You can even do drainage across the chest and down to those lymph nodes. So if you reach out to customer service, they will send you a link to a video that I did a couple months ago with a full massage tutorial using the Anma, using both the teeth and using the handle for the lymphatic drainage. So let them know if you guys need that. Ooh, Melissa says, I keep one of the Anmas in the shower and use it on my scalp. I'm gonna have to copy that. I love that. That is so good. Yeah, so I do my Anma routine at night during my oil cleanse routine. So that's when I like to do it, but everyone has their own routines. I know some of our SEs like to do it in the shower with their regular gel cleanser. You just put your gel cleanser on and then do a quick, Anma routine, and then you're on your way. So there's a lot of ways to use it. But we love the Anma. She's so great. She comes in a ton of beautiful colors now. We love her. And then, of course, you can use a traditional gua sha tool. I know a lot of you guys already have these at home. Our gua sha tool is now in the Reward Center. So this is a jade gua sha that's in the Reward Center. Disclaimer, jade is a natural stone, and so all of our jade gua shas are a different shade, tone, and pattern. So they're all the same shape, but they're all gonna look a little bit different, which I think is really special. It has the little gold Art of Skincare on there, which is so pretty. And Gina designed the shape of this one herself. And it's just perfect for lymphatic drainage on the face because it has these little teeth. It kind of just helps get in there and pull that lymph, drain it along. You have a tip here for pressure points. So again, you can hit those pressure points like I did. And then you also have this short end right here that you can use for focus areas. So you can get in around the nose. You can really hug down to the jaw. You can hug your jawline with it, and then you can get the eye area. So this one also available in rewards. Currently it's not available for purchase. It's only a rewards points item. But if you guys are obsessed with it and love it, let us know. We can keep it on as a regular item. But for now, it's just a limited edition item in the Reward Center. The Cryo tools, though, these are here to stay. You can get these with your points or purchase them with your regular dollars. We really love them. But more videos to come showing you guys how to use the spoons more in depth and how Gina likes to use them because she uses them a little differently than I do. So it's always fun. Melissa, you have 2 Anmas. I'm jealous. I only have one right now, but I need to get another. The other is next to your bed and you use it in the morning. I absolutely love that. I think that, adding a massage routine into your skincare routine can feel a little intimidating. It's like you're already doing all these other steps. How are you going to be regular enough with these other tools? But once you get it into your routine, it's so enjoyable that you just find yourself continuing to do it, at least for me. I'm one of those people that buys skincare devices and never uses them. Like they go into my cupboard and they go and die there because I never, ever, ever think to use them. But with my Anma and my Cryo tools, I remember to use them because I enjoy using them so much and it's like a really nice experience. So that's my take on my massage tools and just knowing that it's good for your overall health, your hormonal health, your detox system, your acne. It just makes you feel better about using them all. So let's see, I think I covered the questions here. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. I have one more thing that I want to cover today, which is microcurrent. I get this question a lot. Is microcurrent something that someone with acne should be buying? There's been a lot of recent articles. I think there was an article in the NY Post the other day talking about microcurrent for acne, so it's a hot topic. And the answer is yes. So microcurrent really came famous being used for wrinkles, fine lines, collagen production. But along the way, it's been discovered that it's incredibly helpful for acne because of its lymphatic drainage benefits. It's also boosting healing in the skin, boosting cellular activity, and it's getting blood flow, which are all helpful things for acne as well. So most microcurrent devices will give you those benefits because when you use microcurrent, you are using them as you would like a gua sha or a massage tool. You're pulling up and out. But specifically, we do have the MyLift Tri-Wave, and the Tri-Wave does have a very specific frequency and setting for lymphatic drainage. And it's really interesting. When you use it and you pull the probe down your neck, you can feel the lymph. Like you have to swallow because you like feel the lump of it going down. It's so interesting. So it's a really easy way to get some lymphatic drainage because it's using that microcurrent to do it. And you can even get that when you're doing the sheet mask treatment. So one of the ways to use the Tri-Wave is you put a sheet mask on and then you just attach 2 conductive pads to your face and then you just turn it on. And just with that hands-free treatment, it is boosting lymphatic drainage, getting things moving. So that's another tool in the arsenal. You can use it with the probes, and if you do that, you just do it just like I was showing you with the spoon. So those outward movements and then pulling and draining it down to that lymph node. So pretty straightforward to use. It's just picking out which tool you want to do. And also, if you don't have it in your budget to buy a tool, you can do this with your hands. You can 100% use your hands to do these different things that I've showed you. So you can just utilize your fingers and your knuckles to do movements across the face. You can use your knuckles to pull across the face, just like a gua sha. So you can pull across the face and then drain down with your hands. And then you can also use your knuckles. So you can do some fascia release and then pull out and down. So remember that your hands are always an option. I like my tools. I like my cold tools because they depuff, and I like my Onma because it just feels really good. Maybe I have weak hands, but I just can't quite get that same even pressure with my hands that I can with an Onma. So that's why I like my Onma, but just know that is an option. Okay, I don't see any more questions. So we're gonna wrap things up. Something is tapping over here. Oh, it's the cryo spoon. Oh. How hard should I be pressing when using my Onma? So not much. So when I think about it, I'm like just holding it against the skin and just keeping even pressure. So rather than pushing, I'm just using enough pressure that I know that it's evenly pressing onto my skin all the way across, but it's really not very much. It's almost like just the weight of the device. Gentle pressure. It shouldn't hurt. It shouldn't be hard pressure. If it's causing, like, when you push on your skin and it's white for a second, when you pull your finger away, that's too much pressure. So if it's doing that, that's too much. Getting pink, getting some like rosy skin while you're doing this is totally normal. That's not a sign of too much pressure because blood is going to be flowing. It's just the way it is when you're doing facial massage. But definitely just even pressure, but not pushing in. You don't want to be pushing down into your face. You're just lightly gliding across. So light pressure, very light pressure. Enough pressure to get some pinkness and rosiness to the skin as blood starts to flow. But it shouldn't hurt in any way. It shouldn't be uncomfortable in any way. And your face should not be sore afterwards. If your face feels sore afterwards, too much pressure. Yep, Melissa, definitely try lightening up. There's not, if you feel it, there's not that much space between our face and our bone, and you only need to get as deep as your skin. You're not treating the bone. You don't need to dig down in there. You're just getting your skin, and you're getting the surface. Our muscles and our skin are right there on the surface. You don't have to dig down to find them. It's not like with our bodies when you go get a massage and they really do have to dig down in there to get to some of those muscles because there's layers of muscles and there's fat maybe laying on top of it. There's a lot more going on in the body, so pressure. You need pressure for the body. But for the face, we don't have all that layer of muscle. There's one thin layer of muscle all over the face. It's not super dense. So I hope that was helpful. Okay, everyone, I think we've reached through the comments. I'll be back next week, Thursday, same time, 3:30. I'm going to have a special guest, and we're going to be talking about another acne topic. And then the week after that, we are going to be talking about skin barrier and acne. I have a couple of key tips for folks who struggle with acne, and maybe you feel like your skin barrier is just always getting thrown off, or you never feel like it's quite balanced. I'm going to have my tips for you guys on that. So stay tuned. Either follow our Instagram or subscribe to Text to get notifications of when I'm going live next. All right, everyone. I hope you have a lovely Thursday and a good Friday, and then it's the weekend. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and I'll see you next week. Bye, everyone. You're welcome, Melissa. Bye.